Go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to AWP. I am PK, and I am honored to be before you all. So I'm very excited today because welcome to our online Zoom event, okay? Marketing tips with marketing expert Amberly Bucci. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's nice to have you. Now, listen, guys, okay? For the month of July, we're going to be doing more events like this. So August onward, you have to become a member to get access like this and to get access to experts like Amberly, okay? So don't forget to become a member this month to have access to experts like Amber, okay? I love you guys. So let's get started. Drop where you're from in the comments. For those of you who have pre-registered, we're going to read your questions and we're going to answer them. Amberly is going to answer them for you. And at the end, we're going to pick 2 winners, okay? So stay until the very end, okay, to receive your prize if you are the winner. So Amberly, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Sure, yeah. So my name is Amberly Bucci. I'm a digital marketer, and what I do is I help businesses of all sizes basically get more customers using the power of the internet. So I've been doing this since 2008, and I love it because I love to see the transformation of overwhelmed business owners not really finding success with digital marketing and helping them to put together a plan, a strategy that actually works to get them customers, more visibility, and online sales. I work with some big companies such as Hilton, Samsung in Korea, Walt Disney World. I worked in an agency for years, and then I started my business a few years ago. So I'm also a freelancer and small business owner, just like many of you all watching today.
Awesome. Thank you for answering that question. So I just wanted to ask you some questions that our audience has for you. And well, the first one is, what does the word marketing mean?
Yeah, so the word marketing basically just means the action of promoting or selling your products. If you go to the next level, digital marketing means basically selling your products online. And there's a few different channels that I would recommend when a business implements all of these channels, a holistic strategy, that's when the best results come. So here's some examples. So email marketing, social media and social media advertising. SEO stands for search engine optimization. This is one of my favorites. This is basically getting your website to rank high in Google and getting more visibility in the search engines. Most people, when they're looking for a product, they go to Google or Yahoo or Bing and they're searching for it. So getting found there is really important. PPC, it stands for pay per click. That's the top ads in Google that you see. So those work really well. Influencer marketing is a really big one now, also known as digital PR. Is basically connecting with brand ambassadors that either use your product or want to help you promote it to their audience. So tapping into their audience is really powerful. And then lastly, website optimization. So making sure that your website is mobile friendly, up to date, and really is the 24-hour salesperson for your business. So those are the main channels of digital marketing.
Awesome. Awesome. So how important is it for your business? How important is marketing for business?
It is so important. It's crucial, especially now in 2021. You have to be doing digital marketing if you want to get more visibility and more leads and sales. If you look at your competitors, they're probably doing a digital marketing campaign. So you want to stay ahead of the curve and rank higher and really get your visibility out there online. I've seen lots of small business owners, they come to me, maybe they're a startup and they have nothing. So we put together a plan, and sometimes it can seem overwhelming, but if we start small, maybe we just start with just a website and Facebook, then we can grow it from there. So it really is crucial. I've seen over the years the transformation that happens. So yeah, it's definitely a must for small businesses.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, do you have to be a marketing guru to market your business?
So no, and that's a misconception. A lot of people think, oh, I need years of experience. There's so much to learn. But again, I like to take it in baby steps, little bites. So maybe you can dedicate an hour or two each week just to study up and learn your skills. So I've done this for years. I've been doing this for almost 14 years, but it compounds. So if you learn a little bit as you go, you will see the changes, and it's actually exciting. So there's a free tool out there if you want to learn about social media marketing and ads. So have you heard of Facebook Blueprint before? Have you
Yes.
heard of it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I do, definitely.
Awesome. So that's what I would recommend if you really want to get to learn more about Facebook and Instagram and advertising. If you're interested in SEO, I highly recommend checking out Neil Patel. He's got a lot of good content. And basically, if you're not a marketing guru, if there's anything you want to learn, YouTube has been my best teacher. So I just go in there and search anything. So you don't have to be a guru, just start small and you'll improve.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, this is something that's, you know, kind of coincides with the previous question, but like, okay, so for our users, regarding your marketing budget, can you market with a small budget, or do you have to have this insanely huge budget? Your take on
Mhm.
that?
Right. So this is something that I can totally relate to as a small business owner. You know, we're just starting out, we're going through growing pains, we don't have a large budget. So what can you do? Um, if there's two things that you can do, I would recommend getting a website. So like I would go to GoDaddy, just buy the domain, and I use WordPress. So getting a WordPress up there or website up there, having someone help you, and then getting just a couple social media pages. Those are free. It just, involves your time. If you just have to get a couple, I'd recommend Facebook and Instagram. But if you're B2B, so you're offering services to another business, I'd highly recommend getting on LinkedIn. So those are the three major ones. If you wanted to go even further with time, I recommend Pinterest and TikTok. But that's down the road. So you can start small, get a website, get a couple social media pages. And these are 4 ideas that I would recommend that if you want to start right away, maybe in the next couple of weeks, here's my challenge for the viewers. Do one of these 4 things in the next 2 weeks. So the first thing I'd recommend is put a video out there of an FAQ. I like to do FAQ Fridays. So what are questions that your potential customers ask you all the time? Maybe come up with a list. I don't make yourself a Word document. What are they asking you about? So every Friday, just get on a video, or if you don't want to get on video, just do a post about a question people ask you about your product or service. Do this every week and people will start to see you and know you are the expert in what you're offering. Or if you have a product, just talk about that once a week. So that's number 1, FAQ. It's free, you just need your time. Number 2, the second idea would be a contest or a giveaway. So I've seen that this works really, really well with my clients. If you have a service, you can give away a service. We're actually doing a contest today and you'll kind of see how it works. But if you have a product, you can give that away on social media. Maybe I know that one of the questions was a children's book in here. So maybe you can give away a book or a little children's like basket with a book and other products that you collaborate with other local businesses. Put that on social media, have people like and tag a friend. Now your visibility is increasing. You're giving away something for free and you're getting more exposure. So it's a win-win. So that could be number 2. You can do all 4 of these if you want, but just pick one. Number 3, my idea is to do behind the scenes. So people are just generally like interested. They want to know what's going on with your business. So I know we had a brewery client and they just went behind the scenes and showed how the beer was made and who were the team members and why they decided to do this type of beer. So pull back the curtains and showcase behind the scenes what's going on in your business. Maybe it's just planning a meeting for an event you're having. So just let your viewers know what's going on. And then number 4, this is simple, just simply talk about a product or service that you have. And with that, share a testimonial. So if you have a new product that you've just launched, take 1 minute, talk about the product, and then at the end, put in some testimonials. That's it. So those are 4 ideas. If you have a small budget, they're free. They just take your time, and it's a great way to get your products and service out there to your audience.
Awesome. And just real quick, if somebody was battling with a bout of fear, how would you encourage them to push past that fear to do those four things that you just listed?
Yeah, well, you've actually helped me with this because to be honest, I can relate to that because I have a fear of being on camera. I think a lot of us do. I think we just maybe talk negatively to ourselves, but we have to be kind to ourselves and remember that we're offering something of value to our audience. So just like understanding that and pushing past the fear and just reminding yourself you're helping them in some way. And just that thought alone will give you confidence. Like, okay, even if I help a couple people learn or with this product make their life a little bit better, then this is worth it. So, um, and one thing that has helped me, someone taught me, you can record on your smartphone as much as you want. You don't have to put it live. So just start practicing. Press
Mm.
that button and practice like you're talking to a friend. So yeah, and you've helped me with the confidence a little bit too. So thank you.
You're welcome. And also, like, some of the marketing terms, that you're using tonight, like, the FAQ and optimization, things like that. Would you suggest that individuals research and Google those terms to have better
Yeah.
awareness of those terminologies?
Yes, you know what? That's a really good idea because people who aren't marketing gurus don't really understand this language. So maybe I could put together a glossary, a blog post of these terms, FAQs, KPIs, which are
Mhm.
key performance indicators. These are things that we track, basically your goals. So how many website visits you're getting, how many leads you're getting, how many sales. So yeah, that's a really good idea. I can put together a glossary of digital marketing terms, and that might inspire them people to go search further.
Absolutely, because those terms are out there in Google. You don't have to be intimidated by those big words.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you go to college for marketing, you're going to learn that, or for business, you're going to learn that. But Google is a free tool that has these terms for you. So if you
yeah.
feel like you want to grow in your marketing sphere or your marketing language, just research those terms, and you will learn what those things are, and that will
Yeah,
definitely help, right, Amber?
absolutely. That's a really good idea. Yep, for sure.
For
Yep.
sure. So how can we utilize Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms to promote
Mhm.
our business?
Ooh, good question. So this is one of my favorite topics. SEO and social media are one of my specialties. So Facebook and Instagram can be so powerful for your business because it gives you the opportunity to laser target your exact audience.
Mm.
So, for example, the children's book question, someone asked, how do I market my children's book? You can actually laser target like parents of a specific age with kids of this age range that live in 50-mile radius of Saratoga Springs, New York. So you can even target like women who like cheese in Wisconsin. Like I know no one's going to want to do that, but
That's
it's
specific.
amazing. What's that?
That's specific. It gives you,
That specific.
wow.
Yeah, that's specific. They have so many data points. They don't know exactly who the person is, but they know their demographics, their interests. They know if you go visit travel pages, maybe you're interested in travel. And I like this because I don't want to see things on like monster trucks or things that aren't relevant to me. I want to see things that are, of my interest. So as a small business owner, Facebook and Instagram is really powerful because you can get your content in front of the right audience. If you're just throwing out to everyone, it's not effective. You want to target exactly who you want. So for step one, I would get out a piece of paper and basically just design and write down who you think your exact target audience is. It might be two different groups. For me, it's small business owners who want digital marketing. And then also it's small business owners or marketing students who want to learn it. So basically design who you want to target. And then you can use Facebook and Instagram to send them ads. Maybe you can do those four ideas, the FAQ, the contest giveaway, behind the scenes, and talk about your products. Create those, posts. And then check out Facebook Blueprint. It will give you all the courses that you need to learn how to run ads and send them out, design your custom audience and send them out and test. So it is an advanced process. I love to help clients with this. I also teach this in a workshop. The digital marketing workshop is a 2-week crash course in online marketing that covers all the basics of online marketing. So SEO, email, social media, which we'll talk about. But yeah, so that's what I would recommend for Facebook and Instagram ads. Who is your audience? What message do you want to tell them? Run your ads, measure it, see which one does best, pause the ones that don't do so good and add more budget to the good ones, and then keep on testing. I've seen a huge uptake in sales for clients who do Facebook and Instagram ads. So one more thing I want to mention is that, I don't know if you guys know this, but Facebook changed the algorithm for Facebook pages and Instagram. So if you put a post up, only 1 to 3% of your fans will see that. So if you don't run ads, so let's say you have 100 fans on your business page, you spend all this time creating really good content, you put it on your Facebook or Instagram page, only 1 to 3 people are going to see that if you don't run ads. So it's kind of a pay to play model, but I just think of it as like a newspaper or another publishing platform that you have to pay a little bit to get more visibility. My one client, we put $10 on one of his ads. It went from like reaching about 50 people with no ads to 3,000. So $10, like that just went like just a small amount of money, increased significantly his reach, and we got it in exactly who we wanted to see. And then when they start engaging with that post, like it or comment or share, now we can retarget those people that show a little bit of interest. They're a warm lead. So there's so much to Facebook and Instagram advertising. I could talk about it for days, but it is really powerful.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And the important thing is that before you begin to, because my whole philosophy is do everything yourself until you need to bring somebody else in. As a small business owner, as a startup, you want to save all of your coins, as much as you possibly can until you get to that point where you're ready to invest back into your business. So before you get to this point, make sure you know your product. Make sure you know who your audience is. Like Amber mentioned, when you're running those ads, you want to put together exactly who you want to target. And in order to do that, you have to know, who you are, your brand, your product, your audience, so that you're not wasting your time or your money. And then you want to start by doing little, play around with it, play around with ads, do a little here, do a little there, just to get the experience, do research, and then take it up a notch and invest some more, and then invest in someone like Amber who can help you where you are challenged and you are stuck. It's worth it, but you have to make sure that you know what your brand is, what your product is, and your demographic to get to this point.
Spot on. You got it. That is it. That is it.
So
start with your goal. Who's your audience?
Yeah, exactly. And so how can we get beyond ad intimidation? I know I touched on it just briefly about kind of doing the practice and things like that, research, but how can we get past that intimidation of ads?
Yeah, you definitely described it perfectly. But yeah, just to not be intimidated by, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to be repetitive, but start small is, get your paper out, your notebook. I like to write down, and what is my goal for July? Oh, I want to sell X, Y, and product, okay, so I have my goal down and I want to sell this much money of it, whatever your goal may be. Next, your audience. Who exactly am I targeting? I'm talking about age. Is it male, female? Where do they live? What pages do they follow on Facebook? What groups are they on Facebook? Like my wedding coordinator, we have, and then I have also like a teepee tent company. Their audience is wedding coordinators too. So I'm going to go on Facebook and connect in these groups as well and start talking on there. So really just writing this all down first, getting that plan before you implement will make you feel so much more confident, and you can see it, and then you can start small. So start with one of those 4 ideas, run an ad. So you can do it in Ads Manager. So facebook.com/Ads Manager. But again, I can help you, or if you go to Facebook Blueprint, that will explain it. Or if you go to YouTube, how do I run a Facebook ad? It will guide you step by step. So Yeah, start small and start with a plan.
Absolutely. And what do you think about word of mouth? Do you think word of mouth is important?
Sure, for sure. I think they go hand in hand. So the offline and online really are congruent and they are really powerful. So, social proof, if I see a product, I'm like, I don't know if I trust it. But if my friend tells me, hey, I really like this hotel, or, I'm gonna trust it more. So and then I'm gonna go on Google and social media and check out, do I like it? Do I trust it? Do I want to do business with this company? So for sure, word of mouth is really important.
And the power of networking, right? That's
Yeah.
important. What are your takes on networking? Do you do a lot of networking for your business in general?
Absolutely. So as a small business owner, I'll have to tell you that was my number one priority for the first like 4 months. And I'm still doing it now. Business development is really important just to meet people. I love to hear about people's businesses, why they started it, what their struggles are, and to figure out, it's like a puzzle to figure out a plan to help them succeed. So yeah, networking was really, really powerful. I was really big in networking up in New York, where I'm from, near Saratoga Springs. So when I first started my business, I joined the Capital Region Chamber, the Saratoga Chamber, Discover Sarasota, there's Lake George Chamber. I just recently moved down to Sarasota, Florida. And right away, I was like, okay, I have to network. I need to, I want to meet people. Not just for business, but just to connect on a personal level. So I joined the Lakewood Ranch Alliance, Business Alliance, and a few other groups. So yeah, if you can even just do one coffee date a week, um, that would be great. And then also not just meeting new people, but maybe once a week looking at like your friends list and just your business connections and just shoot them an email. How's it going? Just to keep in touch. I know this one guy I have every quarter, he goes through his list and just reaches out, to his connections. And staying in touch is really generally caring is really important about other people.
Yes, you hit on a few points there. Because oftentimes a lot of people think, well, I don't have this big business. So why would this CEO or why would this person want to answer my email? But a lot of business owners are actually kind. They actually do want to help. They actually do want to mentor. You just have to put yourself out there. You just have to
Yeah.
search until you find that right one who will actually, answer your questions, who will, just be there. And also, Amberly talked about being kind. Our
Mhm.
connection is based off the fact that we have mutual respect for each other. We're both kind. We both care, caring about your business, caring about your audience, your clients. These things matter. Being kind
Mhm.
gets you, in the door, and it helps you to create connections. Also, like
Yeah.
Amberly said, going through your friends list, going through different groups on social media where they're
Yeah.
talking about the things that you're doing, where they're, implementing the products that you're implementing. Get out there, get involved, get off the couch, stop eating the Cheetos and run your business. Work your business, honey, work it because it's not going to work itself. So these are
Yeah.
tools that you're going to have to, put in place and steps you're going to have to implement. And being
Yeah.
kind is just something that you should do. And don't be afraid
Yeah.
to ask for help. Right, Amberly, was there ever a time where you felt like I need help? I need to
Mhm.
invest in something. I'm stuck here.
Yes, always. I've been doing this for 14 years, but I never act like I know it all because I don't. So I'm always resourceful. Who can I reach out to help or who has maybe walked the path before me that I can get advice? So I'm huge on getting mentors and now I'm mentoring other people. So I'm paying it back. But when the first week, but actually this was one of the very first things that I did when I started my business. I got on the phone with SCORE. They offer free business mentorship um, to small business owners. And it was so beneficial to my business, like starting that network and being able to speak in front of people and just getting my business out there. So yeah, definitely being resourceful and going back to kindness. It's always good to be creative and strategic in your business, but having empathy for others, I think is so important. It's just a natural characteristic that you need to be because you want to care about other people and you want to care about their results. And the service or product should make their life a little bit better. So yeah, definitely being resourceful and reaching out to mentors. And there's one other tip about the networking that I wanted to say. I saw this lady post in the group called Freelancing Females. And if you're not ready to go and network in person, you can also do this online. What she did was say, hey, I'm booking 20-minute Zoom calls just to talk about, just to introduce ourselves, and I want to hear about your business. No hard sales, just connecting online. And she put in the Calendly link, and they went there and she booked out all these meetings just to network online. You never know like how someone can help you in the future. And it's not a hard sale, you're just connecting with people. So you can do it in person, but you can also do it online too.
Absolutely.
To hide the Cheetos.
Yes. Messy butt,
Yeah.
so don't get me started, Amberly. With that. But hard work truly pays off, and not being afraid to ask for help is also important. Also, SCORE, which is how Amberly and I connected. So we'll have the links down in the description box for you. But yes, networking, connecting, being kind, hard work, putting yourself out there in different ways is very, very important. So back to the ads. How long should we run an ad?
Oh, good question. So, okay, I like to run them for 2 weeks first, just to get data. So sometimes you can run one ad. Let's say that I'm just going to use the children's book as an example too. We're going to run it to parents that are 30 to 45 that have kids that are ages 2 to 7. Some people can just run one ad, maybe a picture of the book. But if you do a more advanced advertising, what I like to do is called split testing. So you create 3 versions of that ad. Maybe it's a video of you flipping through the book and a kid with their parents sitting on the parent's lap. Maybe it's a carousel ad, which has multiple images of screenshots of pages inside the book. Or maybe it's a single image ad, just the book, with a nice setup, like a photo op. So now I have 3 ads that I'm going to test: the single image, the video, and the carousel ad. And furthermore, I'm going to test different groups. I'm going to test grandparents. I'm going to test parents of this age in this location. I'm going to test aunts and uncles in this location. Maybe I'll test librarians. You can test multiple audiences. And then let's say there's 5 audiences. Now you have 15 ads. So 3 different types of ads, 5 audiences. I'm going to run them all. Now this is through Ads Manager, so they're not all like living live on your business page. They're doing it in the back end where it shows up in the news feed. So I'm going to run it for 2 weeks, and I'm going to see which ones are doing well. So maybe I'll pick the top 3, like, wow, this parent group is doing really, really well. The librarian group is doing so well. These ones are not really doing well. When I say not doing well, people aren't engaging. They're not really clicking through. So I'm going to pause the ones that aren't doing well and maybe add a little more budget to the ones that are doing well, and then run it longer to start seeing the results. So there's never like a strict exact time that I end it. It's always different for different campaigns, but you have to monitor it and then measure and optimize. So tweak, test, repeat, that kind of thing. It's an ongoing process.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. This is for those of you who, are against social media or have a problem with social media. I always say, listen, if you want to get your business out there, you really need to rethink your social media views, because, I know you don't want the drama. I know you don't want to, be out there in drama land, but it's what you make it. It's your personal choice. You can remove your personal page, create a new one. You don't have to be you. You can be your business page and then promote your business, because online sales is where it's at. Online marketing is where it's at. So you really need to step away from that. I don't do social media. Okay, well, then you don't do good business, because you're missing a lot of your money, your sales, your clients, because online sales is where it's at. That's where we are. And getting familiar with WhatsApp has a business page now for you, where you can convert your personal WhatsApp to a business WhatsApp. They make it very sustainable for you to put your business info on there to make some sales. Then you've got Instagram, obviously their store for your business, and then Facebook. Getting on, practicing, becoming familiar with the back end of these social media platforms is going to be key. And then you can become comfortable with the ads manager and things of that nature. So you have to put the work in and just incrementally work your way up, and then you can just see magic happen.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. You have to go where your customers are at, and they're on social media.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
For
what
sure.
is the pixel?
What's that?
The pixel. What is the pixel?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the pixel is a snippet of code that you put on the back end of your website. And what it does is it allows Facebook to get data connected to your website. So let's say you are a hair salon and someone goes to your services page, but you know that they didn't click on the phone number to call you or to book an appointment. So now you know they are a warm audience. They moved from completely cold down the funnel to now they're in the interest phase. But they didn't book. So you want to push them down the funnel to consideration and then conversion. So how can you get them back in? You do that with retargeting ads. Now you may have seen this. I'm looking at a new couch and now it's following me around and on different websites that I'm going to. But these retargeting ads really work, and the pixel allows you to do those retargeting ads. It allows you to, if people take an action or view a specific landing page, let's now hit them up with retargeting ads on Facebook and Instagram. And I'll tell you, the conversion rate will shoot up tremendously. I've seen it time and time again, because sometimes people want to buy a product, but they maybe don't have the money at the moment. They're just not ready to purchase right then, but they're interested. You have to kind of give them multiple touch points and reminders to come back and purchase. So that's what the pixel does. If you don't have the pixel, I've seen over and over, like, minimal results. I mean, you can get results with organic traffic, meaning you just aren't putting ads behind it. But if you do the retargeting ads with a little bit of ad budget, that's where the magic happens. You're getting in front of people that already said, I'm a little bit interested in what you offer. So that's what a pixel is. And I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Oh. So it says I can't screen share.
Oh, I think I needed to. Sorry, guys, this is live. In the meantime, can you talk about the importance of having an email list?
Yeah, okay. So an email list is very powerful so that you can keep in touch with your subscribers and people that are interested in your business. And I know firsthand, it is a little overwhelming when you have 0 subscribers, right? So what can you do if you are starting from 0? How do you go from 0 to 100? This is my recommendation. You have to create a lead magnet, and a lead magnet is maybe a PDF or a video or something of really good value. It's not just a regular blog post. Like, for example, I'll show you my lead magnet. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, Amberly Bucci, if you click on the link, it's 100 digital marketing tips, like a checklist. So that's like, people are like, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. I want it. I'll give you my email address in exchange for this piece of value. So for you, think about what can be immensely valuable that you can give away for free. Put it on your website, or actually you can use a free tool, or no, it's not free. It's a minimal price, but it's called ConvertKit. And you can create landing pages and lead pages really easily. It's kind of like drag and drop. So if you're not techie, it's really easy. And then just drop the link on Facebook. Here, do you want this piece of value? This is immensely valuable. This is what it is. And then people will give their email, and now they're in your list. What you can do then too is not bombard them, because I don't like getting emails every single day, and I'm sure you guys don't either. So don't spam them. Maybe once a month or twice a month. Hit them up with an email that gives them, hey, we're doing a new contest. Hey, here's a nugget of value. So they know when you're getting your email, they're going to like it. You're going to give them something. So then again, you're just staying in touch, multiple touch points, until eventually they want to work with you. So that's my tip. Check out ConvertKit, or if you just want to Google like lead magnets for hair salons, lead magnets for whatever your business is, and get inspired with new ideas.
Awesome. I think you can do your share screen now.
Oh, okay. Great. So I wanted to show you guys, we were talking about the pixel. So if you go to Facebook, or if you just Google Facebook pixel, there is this landing page, and Facebook really does a good job at explaining what the pixel is, how to create custom audiences, how to test. And I really like this page. So it shows you how to set it up. So, and there, right here is the Facebook blueprint. So many free courses on how to do this, how to retarget. So if you are really interested in the pixel, I would say set aside an hour and just check out this page, and you'll get completely inspired. And then Facebook actually has case studies. So whatever your small business is, look at this. So case studies about Facebook advertising. Small to medium businesses, probably what you are. Go check out your industry and see what other people have done. There's so many success stories. So right here, you can see like if you have a specific product or your objective or your industry. I just like to check this out and get inspired for ideas for my own business. So see education, entertainment, whatever it is, nonprofits, and they'll show you exactly what they did for their campaign, for their ads. So this might be something that you'd want to see.
Awesome. And so now, can we get into the questions that were sent in from our viewers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to just read off and just answer them, or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't have them in front of me.
Oh.
Cut that out.
I love us.
Or not.
Okay. So let's see here.
Oh, the content one. I think that was first.
Okay. So how do I start posting better content for what I do? I just got. Sorry, I was gonna. We'll keep it there. How do I start posting better content for what I do?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a really good question. Content. We always hear content is king. Content is king. Where do I start? So start with a piece of paper and a pen and start writing down again those questions people ask you about your products. So your blog post can be, each blog post can be a question, what's the difference between fiberglass pools and other pools? People are searching these questions, exact questions in Google. So those can be your blog post titles or your social media things. So what I like to say is that have one piece of master content. This is what I do for my clients. I have one blog. So like, where can best decorations for Bohemian weddings. People are searching decorations for Bohemian weddings. So I'm going to list out all these things, these products, and list back to the main site. So now I have a master blog post, and the beauty of that is you can create other little pieces of content from that. You can take clips from the blog post and put it on social media. Maybe you can do a 60-second spotlight video that describes the blog post and link to the blog post. Maybe you can do a podcast about it. Maybe you can link it to Pinterest. So think about that one main masterpiece of blog post, and then you can make different snippets of different pieces of content. So FAQs, I'm going to show you this tool. It's free. Of course, I like the free tools. It's called Answer the Public. And I'm going to share my screen. That's not it. Let's see. Have you heard of Answer the Public before?
I have not heard of that one.
Okay. Let's see, answerthepublic.com. And you can basically put in any topic and they will give you questions so basically discover what people are asking about. And you can put it in right here, and it will give you all these ideas that people are searching for. So look, here's one: buy a boat, barn wedding. Like, where should I host a barn wedding? Where are the best barn wedding venues in New York? That kind of thing. And it will give you like all of these different ideas right here. So, how much are barn weddings? How much do barn wedding venues cost? People are searching these. So right there, boom, that could be your blog post topic. So definitely check out Answer the Public. That's a great tool. And then there's another one, lsigraph.com. And this is a free tool that gives you semantic keywords. Now, what is semantic keywords? It basically means like keywords that are related to the main topic. So for example, like children's custom furniture. That's the main keyword, but you also can have personalized custom tables and chairs for kids, like all of these other related keywords that people are searching for. So like kitchen remodeling, let's just do that one. For example, LSI graph will do its thinking, and then all of a sudden it will give you all these related keywords to that one. So now you can start creating content based around these keywords. So here we'll show you the monthly search volume. So kitchen remodel before and after, boom, that's my next blog post. I'm gonna highlight one that I've done before and after. 6,600 searches every single month in Google for this keyword. So semantic keywords, see how there's all these other ones, kitchen remodel ideas on a budget. You'll get so many ideas here. And then on the right side, this is top performing content. This shows you content, blog posts, website pages that have gone viral, and it might inspire you with some ideas. So look at this one, 45 best kitchen remodel ideas. Maybe you can do a blog post like 10 best kitchen remodeling ideas. So, and then right there, you'll see they strategically have that target keyword that people are searching in Google in the blog post. This will help you with the SEO, with the ranking in Google. So definitely check out these tools and check out the search volumes and the content. And I think that will inspire you with ideas for your content. And also one last thing is checking out your competitors, seeing what they're putting on social media, on their website, on their blog, having one Google Doc, I call it a scratch doc with ideas. And anytime I see something that I like from a competitor, I don't just save it because I'll never go back to that again in a bookmark. I put it in a document, and then if I'm ever stuck on content ideas, I just go back to that inspiration doc. And you're not going to copy your competitors, but you might get a better idea.
Absolutely. I'm always telling my clients, don't be afraid to research your competitors. Don't be afraid to get out there, look at different pricing points, look at packages. You're not stealing anything. You're just borrowing your ideas. You're just, collecting data, because to be honest, we're great. Our services are great, our products, but there are hundreds and thousands of more people like us. So we have to be able to separate ourselves from the rest of the pack. What kind of service do you offer? Do you offer flexibility? Are your prices reasonable? Do you offer additional services that others may not offer? You have to separate yourself from among the rest of the pack for them to choose your product versus theirs.
Absolutely. You got it. You got it right. And what I say is your USP, your unique selling proposition. And maybe that could be your homework right now, is what makes you different? Have you won awards? Have you been in business for so long? Do you offer services that no one else does? So you are exactly right. Like, just start brainstorming and writing them down, what makes you different, because you're so bright. You have to stand out. A lot of people are doing maybe something similar, but they're not you, and no one's exactly you. So you're special. You offer something different. Just now you have to portray that in your content.
Exactly. Now for the children's book, how can you market a children's book? Or a book?
Yeah. So going back to those examples is, first of all, what's your goal? Why do you want to sell this? Maybe it's a book about kindness, and you really want, younger kids to know to be kind to everyone. So thinking about truly what your goal is of having this book and creating it. What's your messaging? Spread kindness. We want to spread kindness throughout kids and around the world, that kind of thing. Who's your audience? Parents, aunts and uncles, teachers, librarians. And then your content. What kind of content? What kind of blog posts? You can even do like kindness, top 10 kindness quotes, or reasons to teach kindness to kids. Starting that content and breaking up into different pieces, and then running ads to those audiences and seeing how they react. Then when they go to your website to check it out, if they don't purchase, using the pixel to bring them back. And then maybe if you have a lead magnet, you create a whole email list. You can then upload that email list to Facebook and then use that to retarget. There's also a thing called lookalike audiences. If you upload your email list to Facebook, Facebook can create a lookalike audience. Basically, it's an audience of similar demographics and data points. So it's they can kind of match it, and then you can target them too. So that's really the step the process I would do is, what's your goal? What's your messaging? What kind of content do you want to put out? Run your ads to your custom audiences, and then measure, tweak, repeat.
I like that.
Yeah.
I self-published my first book on Amazon.
Oh.
And it talked a lot about like my life experiences and things that I had gone through. So what I did was I went into Google and I researched women's events, throughout New York, and New Jersey, and some events popped up, and one of them was like for domestic violence survivors. So I reached out, and I was bold. Like I was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? It's either a yes or a no. So I contacted the event organizer, and the next day she called me back and said, listen, we just had space for one more person. If you want to come with your book to talk about your experience, that would be wonderful. I did that based off of like a cold lead. I did that based off of boldness. I did that because I just went in and I researched. So you have to put yourself out there. You have to put your book, your products out there, and you never know until you try. And they're either going to say yes or no. So in that situation, not only did I get the chance to promote the ministry, but my book, and I made sales, and I got to speak in front of 200 women about my book and about my experiences. So you never know until you go out there and put your information out there, do the research in Google, because there are a lot of events and women out there who love to help other women.
You're right. You just lit a spark under me, because I'm like so inspired. I love that you did that. You were proactive. You knew what you were going after, and you just went for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, you move on to someone else. So I love that you did that. And I can relate to domestic violence, and we'll have to talk about that another time. But I just my heart goes out to you, and I'm just like so inspired that you did that, because you probably helped other women. I'm sure you did. So by getting past your fear and having a little confidence, you made this ripple effect. That was beautiful. So that was great that you did that.
Oh, thanks. That make me tear up. Thanks.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, but that's all it takes is just putting that, your best foot forward and taking a chance. And we are a faith-based business and ministry and channel. So having that faith, that's what we live by. So have faith and have boldness in your business, because I want to talk about the confidence. There was a question about how to push past confidence. Have that faith, have that boldness, believe in yourself, know that you can do it better, know that you have the tools, and really quality in your product, your service, what you're offering. Know that you're bringing something good to the table, because that speaks for itself, right? Your quality, what you bring, your heart, caring, your faith. You can minister to other people. God will use your business, your product to minister to other people. So you're not just selling it. It's a multifaceted thing. You're selling your business and your product, but you're also promoting the body of Christ. You're promoting God and the kingdom. So that's because we're all, we're Christian-based entrepreneurs. So we live by not just obviously like in the worldly sense of how to do business and market, but we also have our moral code of being a good person, of bringing quality, of ministering, and putting God first in our business. Pricing points should be, there may be times when you may not charge for your service. As a Christian entrepreneur, God may call on you to do a freebie. Don't be afraid to say, okay, God, if that's what you want me to do, I will offer this for free. He'll give it back to you tenfold. So it's all about giving back. It's all about remembering God is first in your business. You may have to do some freebies. He'll give you the pricing points, because many of you always talk about, how do I, leverage the business and the ministry? And listen, God's got you. Go to him for everything. He'll give you the blueprint, but he will instruct you on how to do your pricing points and things of that nature. But it is doable. We are out there as Christian entrepreneurs serving the world on multiple levels. Okay. So that's how you push past confidence. And lastly, Amber, how do we promote podcasts?
Okay, so I love that everything that you just said too, though, about the faith and having hope and giving something away for free out of the kindness of your heart. I've done that and so many things have come my way. The doors open. It's amazing. And I have to thank God because I know he's guiding me along the way. And this is scary. And the entrepreneurship is like this. It's great. It's scary. It's awful. You've seen that graph, like this is the life of an entrepreneur. This is wonderful. I hate it. This is a struggle. So I get it. It's a struggle, but you have to keep going one foot in front of the other, small baby steps. And you've got this. And there's a team of people who are kind of walking the same path as you. We're here for you to help. So I love everything you just said. That just inspired me again. And this is why I like being your friend. This is wonderful. We can all inspire each other.
Fangirl over each other. So just don't pay attention to that. We can't help it.
Yes, yeah, because we understand each other. It's not always an easy path, but you just keep pushing through. And you just want to go to the next step, and the next beautiful thing that's going to happen is right in front of you. So keep going. And then as far as the podcast, so my first recommendation is to build that email list if you're starting off even before you launch. So I'm trying to think like of an industry, but so whatever it may be, start giving away those lead magnets on Facebook or Instagram. Say, have this really good guide or something that's going to give them immense value. Again, go to Google and look up lead magnets for your industry. You'll get so many ideas. And then start building that email list and your audience. And then record like 3 to 5 sessions before you launch. That's what I would recommend. And then from those recordings, create little assets, like little clips, maybe short little blog posts, maybe graphics that pull out a quote in your podcast. And start sharing those, like give little teasers. Hey, this is launching on this day. Here's a 10-second clip. You want to hear the rest of it? This is going to be launching on this day. And then after you put out your podcast a few times, I would message your list and say, hey, did you learn anything from it? What was your favorite thing you learned? Like really pulling in your audience to get their feedback so that you can improve it. And again, stay consistent. So if you say you're going to do it once a week, do it once a week or once a month. But the beauty of that is you can design your own schedule. Whatever, if you're really, really busy and you just want to do it the first Tuesday of every month, you can do that. So staying consistent. So that's kind of my process that I would recommend.
Yes. And for just the basics of it, if you have, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, but, go to your apps. I've used Anchor podcasts in the past. So it's very easy to set up. And it's just one of the many apps that they have out there. But I went on there, I put the ministry, I put my info, and I just, I got that practice. I played around with a few things, a few ideas. Then when I was ready, I launched those onto Facebook, and it started picking up steam. I started gaining followers, and then I pulled it over to Apple, and then they picked it up. And then I started getting more viewers. And so yes, like you just have to get started. You just have to get started. That's the first thing. And the most important thing is just get started. Get the app, download it, do the research. Many of us, we get stuck at that first stage. Like, okay, I see the app, I see that, but I don't think, okay, I'm not good enough. This is not going to work. This isn't going to happen. No, you have to get past that way of thinking, have faith, download the app, put in the research, put in the hard work, because it pays off, right, Amberly? The foundational work, if you put your all into it and work hard, it pays off.
Yeah. You said it, just get started. Like I was stuck in the research page for years about my business. I really was like researching everyone, but that wasn't paying the bills. Like I was like, okay, at one point I got to stop doing the research and just take action. So I said, I'm so big on messy action. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to do something. If you look at people's videos online, they're not perfect, just get started. Your first 50 videos might be awful, but at least you're doing something and you're getting visibility out there. So I love it. Just get started, take messy action.
Absolutely. Listen, trust me, we didn't get where we are, without going through the fumbles, without going through the dreadful, oh my God, that video. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. I look, like we have those moments because you have to start somewhere.
Yes, I have to laugh because I have some ridiculous, awful videos on Instagram just getting started. But one of them, right after I did it, got me a sale. So you just don't have to be perfect. Just
Exactly.
get on there and do it.
Exactly. And to wrap this up, if you could, Amberly, explain a little bit about, like, for those aspiring entrepreneurs and creatives and business owners who have gone through some hardships and they just
Mhm,
feel like maybe this isn't for me, or they've fallen
mhm,
off the wagon, so to speak. Can you tell us a time in your life where you've gone through something, a hardship,
mhm,
and you had to get back up and
mhm. Sure, yeah. So I've been in actually a few really tough situations in my life. Like I've lived out of my car. I've had a really, really tough like background. But most recently, the reason why I started my business was actually 3 years ago. I was working at an agency that I absolutely loved, moved up to senior status as a digital marketer. But I had gotten pregnant with twins. Prior, I had 2 miscarriages, and then I got pregnant with twins, and I thought they were my beautiful double rainbow babies. Went through a lot of complications, delivered them at 25 weeks. I had one stillborn, and my other twin lived for 20 days. So, and we basically had to take her off of life support, and she passed away in my arms. So it was a really, really hard, traumatic experience. I'm turning that pain into something that will help someone else. Someone told me, if you have a lot of pain, how can you help someone else through that? So I'm creating a retreat for bereaved mothers locally here. But it also inspired me that life is so short. And I was thinking of this dream of starting my business for so long. And I was like, I'm just going to do it for them. Um, and I started, a couple of weeks after, and I was like grinding. It kind of took my mind off it, but it's just to show you that even if you go through a hard time, we all have struggles. And I wish I could hear everyone's story, but just take that pain and put it into something good. And my business just took off and soared. And I was so thankful for that. I prayed, and like so many good things have come my way. It hasn't always been easy, but I took that really tough experience, and made it into something beautiful. And I know my guardian angels, my 4 angels, are watching over me.
wow. Thank you for sharing that, because,
Mhm,
in life as humans, we're going to go through things. We're going to go
mhm.
through things, and what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who are going through things, who have faced some things, it doesn't disqualify you. I often say what disqualifies you actually qualifies you. Okay, because the
Yeah.
things that you've been through, God is going to take that and use that to help you minister to, or sell your services, or just have your business cater to those people who have been
Mhm,
through what you've been through. And for example, Amberly and I, we both know what it's like to have chronic pain. We both know
mhm,
what it's like to have to go through certain health situations. So that's our connection. We can relate
mhm,
to each other on that level. We're empathetic to each other on that level. And that's how
mhm,
strategic God is. So what you've been through, whether it's a single mother, whether it's, you've miscarried, or you've been homeless, God is going to use that to attract the people that he wants you
mhm,
to help, and maybe not so much on in terms of a sale, but two entrepreneurs coming together to
mhm.
create a business relationship. You don't
Yeah.
know, but what disqualifies you qualifies you, and it makes you tougher. It makes you tougher for what is ahead for you, for your ministry, for your business, for your
Mhm,
product or service. So don't
mhm.
count yourself out. Okay.
Yes, I
So
love that.
any final remarks, Amberly?
Um, that was just amazing what you said. And yeah, from tragedy to triumph, just turn it into something good. Maybe you can help one person. Life is hard, it really is. I think God connected us. There's a reason why we came together. And I'm just so happy to know you, and just, you know, empowering like other female entrepreneurs. It's a tough thing, but we're here for each other. We're here to talk about our struggles and grow. It's a growth process. And I'm just so happy to be connected with you.
Yes, same here, same here. Now, you guys, at the end of this, we're going to be announcing our winner. So for Amber Lee's giveaway, and she can explain that more. I think we're going to choose, right, the individuals who registered and did the process as we asked. And then for
Yes.
my 1 hour session, I'm going to do a free 1 hour coaching session. I'm going to pick the person who was commenting and engaging the most. Okay. And so we'll announce that toward the very end of this. So stay tuned. But Amberly, what are you offering for your giveaway?
So my giveaway is a 1 hour consultation and an audit. So basically what we do is we go through your online presence. So your website, your social, your SEO, if you have email, and in that 1 hour, I'll put together recommendations and opportunities on how they can improve their online presence. So we can go over a variety of things. So what kind of videos you can post? Maybe we can put together an editorial calendar of 12 blog posts for the next month, once a month. Maybe I can review your social media and give you tips on what to improve. So yeah, it's a 1-hour crash course audit on how you can improve and your visibility, leads, and sales online. So it's a one-on-one coaching call.
Awesome, awesome. And if you could post your email for those of you who are just chatting, just so we don't miss you, that would be perfect as well. I mean, actually, I think I might take that giveaway with Amberly. Nice audit from my business guys. Goodbye. No, I'm just joking. But we loved having you guys, and I hope and pray that this was really good for you. Amberly is very successful, very busy, very hardworking. So you're getting these tools and these resources for free. So again, subscribe and become a member today so that you can get more stuff like this with experts like Amberly down the line. So I love you guys. Go with love, grace, and peace, and we will see you next time. God bless.
Yes.